Oh, so I kind of overdid it tonight at my friend's house, weed eating and mowing, and I better not tell my surgeon or I'll be in a lot of trouble because I overdid it. But I had to tell you what Jessica Tarlov said. I love Jessica Tarlov. She brings the only light that there is that shines upon Fox News and the morons that she sits at the table with on the show The Five. Check her out.
Moment where you are supposed to be talking about waste, you don't need this massive transfer of wealth to the wealthy. And the 2017 Trump tax cuts actually did have more for the lower classes than this package does. People earning over $50,000, their incomes are going to go down. People earning over,
Yep.
what is it, 4 million for sure, and I think even over 2.5 million are going to get a lot more money because of their cut, because of the tax cuts. I need to say something to Elon Musk though. If that was a Democratic Doge master that showed up with a shiner, and there was a report that he did so much ketamine that he couldn't pee straight.
Oh, shit.
You would be leading your show with it, 100%.
Can I bring in Greg here? Because he's...
That is why I love Jessica Tarlov. She makes all the Fox News watching I do worth it. I mean, she can shut all of them up. Can you imagine? It's called The Five because there's 4 other people who are constantly trying to just talk over her because she's always making incredible good points, getting right to the heart of things, and isn't afraid to say anything. And then sometimes I'll just yell so people can't hear what she's saying. They're so rude about it. I can't imagine how she loves that job, but she's good at it. So we're glad she does. So Donald Trump was talking to steelworkers tonight to try to push this economic disaster that is his budget bill. Steelworkers are going to be hurt. I can't believe that he found so many people to stage behind him, behind the podium, like he always does. The rest of the place is probably all open chairs. But he got enough people to go behind him so the cameras can see that. This guy's all about TV, all about staging, all about choreography. I mean, he's not good at it, but that's what he's about. It all has to be a perfect TV show for him. Listen to this asshole talk to these people and try to convince them that he is the man of the people.
But they allowed that to happen. I built almost 700 miles of wall. If we didn't have the wall, we could have never done what we did. Over 700 miles, but still they came because they didn't want to.
Oh, but that's simply not true, Donald. The AI overview is during his presidency, Donald Trump administration built a total of 452 miles of border wall system along the U.S.-Mexico border. It's always got exaggerated about size. I wonder why. Important points, though. While 452 miles were constructed, only 80 miles were actually built in areas where no barrier previously existed. So the remaining miles involved replacing existing, often dilapidated barriers with new, stronger ones. The wall is not a single continuous structure, but a system that includes primary and secondary fencing, as well as technology like cameras and sensors. Originally, it was supposed to be 1,954 miles, but, he had approximately 1,502 miles left to build. But, I'm sorry, continue.
They didn't want to close up any gap, the gaps that we had to keep so that we could get our equipment out, so we could get through. They didn't want to put up the final stages. It would have taken 3 weeks to put up the final stages. They said, no, we don't want the wall built.
Isn't him admitting that, like, his signature thing that he ran on the wall, that it was a failure and it was incomplete, and bragging about that in front of a bunch of steelworkers, is that really a good way to instill trust and let them know that, you're all about your word?
He's great at what he does. We are going to be imposing a 25% increase. We're going to bring it from 25% to 50% the tariffs on steel into the United States of America, which will even further secure the steel industry in the United States. Nobody's going to get around that. So we're bringing it up from 25%, we're doubling it to 50%, and that's a loophole. And by the way, I have to tell you,
A loophole?
I believe that this group of people that just made these investments right now are very happy because that means that nobody's going to be able to steal your industry. It's at 25%, they can sort of get over that fence. At 50%, they can no longer get over the fence. So congratulations to everybody and to you for making a great deal. You just made a better deal, right? I said to the group, would you rather have a 40% increase? Because I was thinking about 40 when I came. I said, would you rather have a 40% or a 50%? They said, we'll take 50. I said, I had a feeling you were going to say that.
Don't you think that him just sitting there and admitting in front of all these people how he just arbitrarily came up with a number on the way over, like in the car? Like he said, well, I'll give you 40, but it could be 50. And they said, well, I think we'll take 50, sir. And I mean, is that strength? That's a madman is what it is. That's a madman who has no clue what he's doing. Trade on, trade off. Wax on, wax off. Tariffs for you, but not for you. Tariffs for everybody, including you penguins. I mean, really, this guy. Give me a break. And he's going to talk about further this incompetence. That he just, for some reason, wants to show off to all these hardworking men and women of the steel industry.
Would you rather have a 40% increase? Because I was thinking about 40 when I came. I said, would you rather have a 40% or a 50%? They said, we'll take 50. I said, I had a feeling you were going to say that. So congratulations. Also congratulations to Dave, because you got this whole thing started. Congratulations. Great job.
I'm watching these dudes behind him, and they're just like, kind of like, huh? And when he announced the tariffs, like one of them like kind of limply clapped. Like these, I keep watching the people behind him. I can't help it. I mean, the reactions are just incredible. They're going to be playing clips of this for at least till, the next weird thing he does. But he's not.
You're not going to have to even think about that, frankly. It won't matter, because they're going to be here for a long time, a lot longer than that. There will be no layoffs and no outsourcing whatsoever. And every U.S. steel worker will soon receive a well-deserved $5,000 bonus. That's very good. Thank you very much. That's great. That's important. For what you've gone through a lot. It's closing, it's not closing, it's opening, and you want to stay here. People say, well, we'll move to another place, or we'll do chips, or we'll do something like chips. Somehow you don't want to do chips. I'm looking at these giant guys with the giant arms. You're not going to like doing chips.
This dude's just throwing money at him now. Just offer him just saying, here, I'm going to give you some money. Please like me. And then when they applaud, he's like, oh, now that's good. That's good. Yep, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. That applause is just like heroin to that dude. This dude is just mainlining that kind of that applause, that crowd energy. He's a sicko. And if I hear another word about Joe Biden, this is not the time to be talking about him. He's not president. He's not in charge of our economy and crashing it to the ground, making up just numbers on the fly wherever he feels like 40, 50. Tariff on today, but not tomorrow. Hold on, I'm gonna tweet out something that's gonna throw the whole world economic establishment into chaos. Yeah, this dude, yeah, he's not done though. I think he's cognitively declined. Let's just, I can say it. The dude, the emperor has no clothes. Okay, he's crazy town. He's gotten on the train and took the long ride. I mean, dude is sundowning for real. Sorry, I can't watch anymore. I can't watch MSNBC sometimes. They're just still normalizing this shit. Like, they don't understand that this is exactly what they want to do. They're going to ignore the court's orders. That's what they want to do. This is about the bigger picture, about Peter Thiel, Curtis Yarvin, J.D. Vance, David Sachs. It's about them. They are trying to control and take over our government totally, fully, completely, empty out all the treasury, everything. They're going to loot our pockets. They're going to stop. I'm sure that they're going to disrupt and then say, oh my God, look, Social Security doesn't even work. If we push back, even then, if we push back, we need people to be showing up out there. You guys have a nice night.